Well, good morning, everybody.
What ain't morning?
Well, you don't know if it's morning, afternoon, night, whenever you're watching this.
What time is it? I'm curious. We've been going meeting after meeting.
It is 1:27 here in Eastern United States of America.
Oh my God. Your Michigan's coming out.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody. We have got a treat for you, and it's been coming on for a while. And I said, the other night, I said, you know what? Done. I'm going to do this, and this is where we're at. This is a video that came out and of the sweetest lady that lives here in our community. Her name's LUANN, and we actually named the model home after her, the LUANN.
Yes.
And she's just been a wonderful asset to our community here.
Yes.
And people were saying, I want the LUANN, I want the LUANN, I want the LUANN. And we would say, okay, but so what about the bookshelves? And what about the storage down the hall? And what about where her washer and dryer sits? And what about the pantry? And what about the shelves that goes across the window? What about all that, right? Well, today, I'm offering the exact LUANN that you see in this video. I'm gonna offer everything from the house to her outdoor. It's not even a shed, it's a sitting screened room area, to the walkway to the screened room area, to the painted the handrails, the painted, I'm gonna call it a sitting shed, sitting shed.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be.
You better be careful, mister. You better be careful.
Shed. So I'm gonna offer all that, the shed, the painted, inside, outside, the appliances, the pantry, the shelves over her window, the storage down her hallway, the washer and dryer, her vanity, all the hard stuff in that whole house, right? Minus her decorations. Now, if you wanted her decorations, because she has got some custom stuff that she brought from where she lived, I think it was in Washington, and she brought down, and those are heirlooms and stuff.
We can't duplicate those.
Would you back off just a minute, Mandy?
Okay.
So, if you want all these decorations, we do have Melody here and we could try to figure something out, but that's going to be a decorating package that would be way above. And if you don't have the ability to decorate, because I know there's people that can't figure that out, right? We'll do something to help you. But what I'm offering today is not the curtains, right? It's not the carpet and the rugs and the pictures and the Keurig coffee maker in the oven that she,
Correct.
But this entire house, beautifully painted with all of the hardware in it, the steps and the loft and everything that you see in this is what we're offering, plus 2 years free rent, complete delivery and setup on a lot in Spencer as our new community for $119.
Right.
And that's everything. All you have to do is bring in your furniture, and this is appliances, this is the shed, this is the deck, this is painted, everything.
I want to change the language of the shed. You're calling it a shed. This is a screened-in porch.
Sitting shed, yes.
A screened-in porch.
So when you look at it, and we're gonna go through this video, and we're gonna point some of these things out. So walk through me with this. If you've been waiting for a deal, and you've been waiting for the tiny home, right, with all these amenities, because the ladies, you guys love LUANN's home. We loved it. The only thing I'm not doing is giving you interior decorating. I just don't know where we're going to come up with, the antiques and the pictures and anything she has in there.
Well, we can't.
Well, I never say can't, but you know what?
Well, it's items that she's brought.
All right, so we're going to go through this video, and we just did this. My son was the editor, and he did this editing. He did a great job. So let's get down here and get to it.
Hi, I'm Lann. Welcome to my tiny house. Got some storage over here. Got my sewing machine down here. So I just wanted to put the kitchen on the end. It's a wonderful place to hang out. Ben.
She's sweet.
Well, I remember when I told my friends I was moving here, they said, "You've been talking about this for 12 years. I knew this was probably the direction I wanted to go for retirement because it would be more affordable and I wouldn't need all the stuff that I had before. So it would be transforming my life into this phase. And so it just made sense.
Oh,
All right, this feels almost illegal.
I hate commercials.
Our windows were so old and just desperately needed to be replaced.
I'm living at Incredible Tiny Homes in Newport, Tennessee. I love it here. I have made such wonderful friends here. Each of us have our designated space.
so I'm sorry, and I'm kind of getting caught up into the emotional part of this
We'll
video.
jump around
It
here.
is so sweet.
Such wonderful friends here. Each of us have.
So I want to point out right here is what we're offering is the shake shingles up here, the painted, the steps, the porch that she's on, and then that's her sitting shed over here. We're offering all this, the screen door, the lattice underneath here, okay, her steps. That's what we're offering for $119 on a lot for 2 years rent-free, okay, and delivery and setup.
Our designated space.
There's a good picture of it. So I think it's about 10 by 16 is her back shed here, 8 by 16. The lattice, the painted, the screened in porch, the metal roofing, all that's included in $119. The mini split, the house, the painted, this is stained, right, with the trim. That's in the skirting. All that is for $119 in Spencer.
You can pretty much do what you want with your space as far as landscaping, that type of thing. And it's fun to see what everybody does with their space. I've always lived in a little bit more urban areas, so I've never really pictured myself living in this setting. I just love to see the seasons change and to look out my window and see the beautiful trees and foliage and hear the birds. It's pretty lovely. When I decided that I wanted to get into this tiny house world, I was watching so many videos. Randy and Amanda would post videos every day about Incredible Tiny Homes, showing them building houses.
She started 5 minutes ago.
In their journey, they decided to develop this land because it's so hard to find places to put tiny homes. God bless them for doing this and creating this space for all these homes to be placed and creating this community. Welcome to my kitchen.
All right. Man, it's so hard to turn that off. I get into the video. She has a pantry. This is painted loft up here, mini split. You can see the ceiling. This is the one shelving that Amanda said has just really been really popular. Is, you know, we're going to include this shelving in here. We'll include the refrigerator, the pantry, the stove top, the microwave stand that you can have. You know, the plates and dishes and our decorations, and that would be you guys, right? But we're going to be able to offer all these cabinets, the butcher block, the farm style sink, and of course the gooseneck faucet.
So just to point out, this is one of the custom builds that we did years ago, and this will not be the matrix cabinets.
Right. Well, these
What do
are,
we got to do?
Well, these are custom home cabinets that we built. Yeah, and
We will have to change that though, won't we?
yeah, I'll have to get with our cabinet shop because what we have now are like Amanda said, they're white cabinets. And right now I would say we're going to have, depending on
Because we don't custom build the cabinets anymore.
No,
we don't
we don't.
do that. We won't be able to do that with mass.
and
homes.
our white cabinet, it does have a lazy Susan.
It does.
Here, so we can purchase all. So the cabinets will be all white.
They'll be all white.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
So when I was planning the house, thankfully I got to design this however I wanted to because they were doing custom homes at that point. Laying it out, I wanted to have the kitchen at one end so it kind of opened into the living room.
Isn't that pretty?
More open space and just kind of.
And that's what the door, every duplicate exactly like
So it
this
will
house.
be painted.
And it would be all painted. You got a 3040, 3030. You got your door half glass and 2 more 3040s here in front of her day bed. And that's her living room kitchen.
And this is going to be a wood home, not a panel home.
It'd be Amish built.
Amish built. Okay, wood home.
I wanted to have as much storage as possible without it feeling overwhelming. I have a pantry with drawers underneath, a corner Lazy Susan. It works out well for me, but I really love the open shelving, and I love carrying it across the window. Like it'd be a waste to not do that. I'm not a gourmet chef. I just have very simple appliances. I have a cooktop, a microwave, and then this little magical piece here. It's an air fryer, it's an oven, it's a toaster. My sink, it's not a large sink, it's not tiny. So got this little divider from Dollar Tree to just set in there to kind of separate things out, which is really handy. My cutlery, I just keep on the countertop.
So the sink is a drop-in.
It's a drop-in. Now, well, it's an undermount.
Okay.
So I don't know the dimensions. It's pretty small. It's probably 20 inches across, maybe 24. So if you wanted to up that kitchen sink as a big farm style that would come out, like we do offer a bigger sink now that we could do that, probably for no additional cost, especially if we're going with our new cabinetry, because it accommodates those sinks really well.
Okay. So you'll get a farm style sink. Let's
Yeah.
just make that decision.
Refrigerator, it's a 10 cubic foot refrigerator, so it's not tiny, but it's not huge.
Now hold
but
on.
It works out great.
So if you have a farm style sink, you won't get those these two, will you?
They'll just be lower, Amanda.
Okay, just wanna
the
make
doors will be lower
Okay.
down here. Yeah.
All right. Just want to make sure.
Every Medicare recipient over 65 years old needs to see this. The government just gave me thousands of dollars on a new spending.
We're watching TV.
I do love the simplicity of the kitchen. And when I come down in the morning and walk in here, I'm just getting ready to feed Bentley and all that. I love looking out the window at our cute little community here. And it's just a great way to start the morning.
Oh, it's pretty.
So this is my office space. So, but it's also my dining room table. It's a little bit of everything. I knew I wanted to get an antique table to have here and found it in the town next door. And it has a great history to it. So it was really kind of fun to find.
And that's what we mean about, a table like that, we're not going to be able to duplicate
No.
in how she's, her cups. And I mean, I know everybody loves exactly the way she's living in the lamps and all that, but I think that's going a little bit too far. You guys will have to decorate
course.
it, yourself, but
Yeah, they can find a table and whatever to put their contents
Treasure.
in. Yeah.
So it was from before the turn of the century. And it doesn't have nails. It has little wooden pegs in it instead. It's not exactly even, but it's really beautiful and I love it. Welcome to my living room. And this is Ben. You've been looking the whole time.
Bentley.
yeah.
Welcome to my living room.
And so and she'll point this out, of course, this is all her personal decorations, but this is what we will build. We will build this up here for you for her book shelving.
Yes, everybody's drawn to that, and it's so pretty.
Yeah, and then you guys will hear her talk about her daybed in front of the windows, and the house is 10 foot wide, but that's the home, all white painted, the light fixture that's here, and the shelving up there.
We'll put the shelving. You supply the books.
So when I was planning my house, the whole idea was for it to be like a little cottage. I feel like this room kind of embodies that the most. My house is 10 foot wide by 28 feet long, so 280 square feet. But that extra 2 feet from an 8 foot wide house provides the room for an extra chair. It just like rounds out the living space so much more. I love the little fireplace. Brought this little paltry from home. Had this little table back in Washington. Got it at a garage sale, but I love it. A local gentleman here built the little cabinet underneath, and it matches perfectly that I can put all my shoes in there. Thankfully, I could bring this little bookcase along from home. Then I also have this storage, which is all art supplies. Some of you people will understand. We must have our art supplies. I had this daybed back in my condo, and I knew I wanted to bring this with to be my couch. It's comfy. It's a great use of space. My sister has slept over here a number of times. I'll sleep in the loft, and she sleeps down here. It's perfect. There's also a little extra storage underneath, so that helps. And then books. I needed a place for books. And when I was talking to my builder, we were trying to figure out what to do with the books. And he had built little cubbies like this for all of his tools. So I was like, that would be perfect, because I didn't want Bentley to take a header off the loft. So he built all those little cubbies for me, and it's turned out to be the perfect place to keep my books.
Very cute.
So often I'll be sitting here just looking at my tiny, and I can't believe that I'm here. Like, it was on paper and now I'm living in it, and it's just pretty amazing. We are now in the hallway that leads to the bathroom and to the stairs up to the
Oh, let me go back. Oh, I got a little
loft.
straight again.
This
All right. And this was the notorious storage that she picked out. Was so beautiful, and she got it from, I think, IKEA. Mm-hmm. And I think she said it's 6x6 or 5x6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think these are all a foot tall. So it's got to be taller than 5. She's taller than 5.
Right.
And 6 foot long. So we can
And we'll
get
do
that.
our best to find
Yeah,
this.
we'll do our best to find it and install it for you.
Yeah, and it'll
Okay?
be something that may not be exactly, but it will be very similar. You will have storage in the hallway.
Right.
Yeah.
So there you go. That was a really big draw that people
It
just love to
was.
have.
piece of furniture was a major consideration when I was designing the house. This is just one of the IKEA pieces. It's 5 by 5 as far as cubes. It's probably about 6 foot high. But I knew it would be tons of storage, and I knew I would need tons of storage. I love the baskets that come with it, the doors. It's just been the perfect addition. And then I have 2 feet beyond it that I have where I have hanging clothes and some other things. I have plenty of space to walk by. I don't feel like I'm losing anything by having this big piece of furniture. I feel like I'm just gaining because it's so useful. This is like my storage hallway.
That's great.
And the barn door to the bathroom is right here. It makes easy access. That way I don't have a door that swings open that's going to come out into this area. It just slides out of the way, and I actually have a really large entrance to my bathroom. Come on in. Welcome to my large bathroom.
It's great. I love her bathroom.
All this right here, the vanity, the shower, the toilet, water heater. Yep. The arch top, the cut out
Got
of the
a
stairwell.
sink with cabinets, so plenty of storage. Got a 38-inch shower. When I was laying out the plans for it, I knew all the components that had to be in this room. Just the way it laid out with the shower here, it created this little nook for the sink and cabinets. And it ended up working out great because I have one of these mirrors that pulls out if you want to see the back of your hair or whatever is happening.
You're gonna get that
there.
mirror,
So,
man.
that was kind of a happy accident.
No, we're not going to get the
Actually, this is
mirror.
another little bookshelf
You're
that I brought
goofy.
from Washington. On-demand hot water, which is great for long showers. This washer dryer combo, I love it. It's so handy to have it right here. Throw in little loads, maybe once a day, maybe twice a day. Tucked behind the washer dryer is my little vacuum for the house. I'm just still amazed at this space that's so functional, but I love the look of it. I love just the feel of it. Thrilled that I was able to put something like this in my tiny house.
What a great
The
use of
living room
space.
could have been a little bit bigger if I had had a smaller bathroom, but I really like the feel of this. I like the way it flows.
Yeah.
When you're designing your tiny home, just think about what's really important for you. To me, giving up a little space in the living room was fine to have this size of a bathroom, but you may want to do it completely different. You may not want to have this much space in your bathroom and have that extra space in the living room. It's just whatever is best for you. I don't regret it at all. Okay, we are up in my loft now, which is the coziest of all spaces in this house. It's just fun to go to bed at night and come up here. I know a lot of people have put big mattresses in their lofts. I just have a 4-inch piece of foam that's cut to the size of a queen-size bed, which gives more headroom. It's a very comfortable space. I've got my bed, got some storage over here for some books and just things that you want to have by the side of your bed. I love having the windows on both sides, so you get the cross breeze. Bentley can bark at other dogs out both windows, so it works out really well for him. I love it up here. In the summertime, it does get warm up here, but I do have the cross ventilation and I always have a fan. For me, it's very comfortable. And then in the wintertime, I kind of like it kind of cool, so that's not a problem. I know in time that I might not want to crawl up in the loft because I plan to live here for a long time. But I have the day bed downstairs, so that'll be an option when it comes to that. And this could just be more storage or a little place to hang out during the day. So there's ways to work around. When you're living in a tiny house, you're not limited to just this space. You've got the outdoors to enjoy, or something lovely like my new porch. Come see. I always knew that I wanted to have a screen porch on my house, but when I'd pictured it going along the length of the house, but it wasn't going to work here. The stairs would end up going out into the driveway. It just didn't work out. And I was laying in bed one night and I thought, what if I take it out perpendicular to the house? I was so excited when I came down the next morning and it would fit between the trees that were already here. There's a gentleman from my church who's a contractor, and I hired him and he came over, built this little walkway that connects the house to the porch. This is way beyond my dreams of what I wanted out here. Like I want chairs that rock and swivel, and I knew if I wanted to take a nap out here, it's a really comfy couch. It's worked out incredibly well. So this is still like a new toy to me, but I'm loving it. When you're out here, you just totally relax.
So I got engrossed with this video. I'm like, she's so calming, and you gotta love her decorations the way she's got. But I got to get back into selling this house, right? Well, what we're doing is we're offering this deck, like this contractor she hired. We're going to go ahead and do that and include this in the deal for $119, all right? And that's including, these are all screened in. You can see this is a gable, so there's no insulation inside this roof. This is just a plywood roof, you know, plywood back wall. You can see that there's, you know, there's no blocking in between the rafters. That's that light coming through. It's just an outdoor area to sit. So it's not heated. It's not, you know, those aren't screened in, but the whole thing is screened in. The gable is screened in. Got a screen door. We're offering all this right here for the $119. Now, I know everybody's probably going up there and said, hey, that says $75,000 up there, Randy. Yeah, that's what it was over 4 years ago when she bought the house. And as you guys know, 4 years ago, a lot of things have changed. We've changed. We used to do customs and now we don't do customs, but this home is right up near our model home design. And really we've kind of evolved and included our model homes that included this design years ago. And that's why we're gonna offer a lot, you know, for it to sit on for $300 a month, but you get 2 years free rent plus a 5-year lease on top of that. And we're going to go ahead and throw in the shed, the deck, the painting, and all the interior appliances. So, and it's free setup, free delivery. All that she has taken a few years to do, we're going to do it all. And I'm offering this only for the first 10 homes. So the first 10 people that we'll sell, just like we do everything else. our prototypes come in and we price this. We think we know we can get it done. For profits, well, we'll see how that comes out. There's a lot of work involved in this. So, but we are offering right now the first 10 LUANNs on Spencer property in Fall Creek Falls for $119. Ready, all you have to do is decorate it like she has. Let's keep watching.
You could fall asleep, especially in the rocking chairs. Everything dissolves away and you're just stress-free. When I realized it was time to actually buy a house and get ready for retirement, I realized that I was old enough to pull money out of retirement without a lot of penalties. So I kind of took a loan out on myself and took that money out of my retirement, knowing that I'd be selling my condo and I could put money back. That worked out so well. The house was built here on site. They have their manufacturing plant here. And the first night, I just slept on the floor on a comforter. But I was so happy to be in my tiny house. I'm so thankful and grateful that I get to be living this life and that it's all come together and I'm in my little house that I love. It's my little dream house. It's amazing how it all just kind of fell into place. Sometimes I just pinch myself that I'm here now, and I just feel so blessed. If you're thinking about doing this, I would 100% encourage you to do it. This has been a great journey. Creating that life that you want to have, I 100% would encourage you to do that.
So, with all this said, with the LUANN, and just to repeat again, what we're offering with this is to give this whole package because it was so popular. So many people love LUANN, they love her home and how she's decorated and everything she picked out. I think it's a massive compliment to her.
Yes.
And to us too, that was that appealing. And it's to me, it's the true meaning of a tiny home. Like she said, she wanted her cottage and she laid it all out, she thought it through, and she's lived in it now for quite a while, and it's very functional for her. Mm-hmm. So we want to offer this in our community in Spencer. Now, also, while we're doing this video, of course, you guys can see it's been edited a couple times. We've had our office staff come in, and they have told us that there are several lots still available. I say sites are still available in our community right here. So we actually can put this house in 2 lots or 2 sites in the forest. One is just down the street from LUANN. Mm-hmm. Well, both of them are on the same street as LUANN. So if you are looking to say, hey, I want that in the forest community right here, we have 2 sites on this road right here called Jack Pine, if you're interested, at 119. So give us a call. We'll build the shed, the deck, the appliances inside, the painting, the staining, and the book shelving inside, and the hallway shelving, so in the storage area. And of course, hopefully we can find that same storage area. We can get with LUANN, but we know we can find something very similar
Something
to
comparable,
that.
yes.
So, all right.
Wouldn't it be so pretty on Jack Pine in the forest to have not only LUANN's house, because LUANN's house is not for sale, she lives there and stuff, but to have one over on one side and one across the street from her. Cool. That'd be very pretty.
Yeah. So,
all right.
And we also have a couple other sites that are coming up available in our other little communities that we have here. So that's about 3 or 4 of the LUANNs if you were thinking about wanting to come here in Tinytown. Mm-hmm. Now also, like what spurred this idea was our Spencer Fall Creek Falls community. Mm-hmm. We can take this and build that beautifully in the woods. It's a beautiful, beautiful man, this community is gorgeous. It's all wooded, and we can do that same setting there. Now, if there's different color packages you want in there, fine, that's good. But it was such a novelty. This home has just been so popular, people asking about it. And I always thought, you know what? I'm going to do exactly like she's done. Okay? What else, Amanda? Free delivery, free setup. And this 119 is everything. I'm just trying to think. The appliances, the house, the staining, the porch, the decks, the lattice, the stairs, that pantry. It'll be white cabinets instead of stained gray because we don't build our own
It'll be a
cabinets
farm
anymore.
style sink.
Farm style sink, and you can get the larger farm style sink on her gooseneck faucet. She has a flat cooktop, not an oven, a cooktop and a range hood.
Yeah.
All that for $119, and it's Amish built.
Yeah. And they'll have this detailed in your contract too with what it comes with.
Every single thing will be listed
Yeah.
out. So I think it's great to offer. We can offer
I do too.
3 to 4 of them right here in our tiny town communities, and we can offer up to in Fall Creek Falls. We're developing that property, but like I said, we want to limit this offer to the first 10 people that want to buy these because. Just like anything else, we start buying these things or building these, we realize that this is a special offer because I know the price is probably going to have to go up a little bit because there's a lot of labor involved in this. This is all screened in, it's all painted, the roof on it, and then we're going to set it up and we're putting lattice. I mean, that's all involved in the skirting. So there's a lot to this. We're just wanting to just like everything else we do here, we try to make a deal that you got to step on your neck because you don't want to miss out on this.
And this right here, I mean, this gives you a postage stamp view right here of what this is. You can already visualize what your home's going to look like on the lot.
Right.
Right there it is.
That's it.
All right.
Now, I do want to tell you that the 2 years free rent only applies to the Spencer community.
Correct.
So if you do want a lot here in Tiny Town, it's an immediate, you start your rental as soon as the house is placed and ready to live in, and it'll be $300 a month.
That's good you brought that up. I'm glad because it does not apply to here in Newport. So
there you have it. Stay tuned. Watch more of our videos if you will. We've got some more models and more ideas and hopefully stimulating little tiny homes that makes you want to write a check. All right, everybody. Hope you have a great day. Subscribe to this channel. Tell everybody you can. And we'll see you next time.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.